What is happening? AJ Gamer Dude here. And it looks like we're kind of hitting the second half of the current generation of consoles. Let me know what you guys think about that, because it's quite interesting. I never thought of it that way, given that it feels like we're still kind of in that sort of fresh phase, given that games are still coming out both on current and previous generation. So I just thought that was kind of like an interesting thought to have. But yeah, I've currently have this VGC article by Andy Robertson up about how Sony is expecting the PS5 sales to decline. They were originally intending on selling 25 mil in the fiscal year. Unfortunately, it looks like they kind of dropped that total down to 21 million. And that's like, and the reason why they stated that was because it looks like the console sales are going to be on a bit of a decline, given that we are now heading into the second half of the console generation, is what Sony said. And also, they don't have any major games coming out from major franchises until April 2025. And the interesting about this one is that they're saying major franchises, so that's going to be Spider-Man, Wolverine, God of War, stuff like that, The Last of Us. However, worth pointing out though that there is some scuttlebutt going around that there may be a new Astro game coming out. So before we had Astro Rescue Mission, which was an exceptionally well done PSVR 1 game. It's just unfortunate we didn't get it on PSVR 2 as well, or that it got ported. Because the thing is that PlayStation or Sony have not been supporting the VR 2 device all that much, and that's very sad to see. With that being said though, to have no major releases, that's nothing new for PlayStation. Especially in the PS4 generation, there were multiple years in a row where there were no major first party releases in the fall for 2 to 3 years in a row, and they still kicked Xbox to the curb pretty much without a second thought. They did do some excellent they were already supplanted themselves earlier on in the PS4 generation, that they didn't need to sell any exclusives, though how much of that was actually due to the Xbox One, the original presentation being so poorly done, that really just depends on how you want to look at it. But yeah, so this is kind of interesting. At the moment, the PS5 has sold almost 55 million units. It's currently sitting at 54.7 million units, which is still a lot, but considering that companies are more so looking for growth, they want to sell more and more per generation, and I think the PS4 is currently sitting at 107 mil, which is still yet to kind of supplant the PS2 at 155 mil, the Wii at 151 mil, and just those sorts of numbers. Though I suppose looking at it from our view, let's see, they really did go down with the whole numbers bit. Yeah, so looking at hardware sales, okay, FY22, especially quarter 3 and quarter 4, those are some numbers right there, and then quarter 3 of 2023. So these are some fairly dated numbers, for sure. 54.7 million units, 8.2 of which were sold in quarter 3 of financial year 2023, which would have ended December of last year. So we're talking between October, November, December last year, apparently 8.2 million were sold. That's interesting to see. The forecast was originally meant to be 25 million sold between January to actually, no, it was meant to be 25 million for the financial year as a whole. So if this single bar is 8.2 million by itself, and they were looking to do 25, I can't imagine them actually hitting that number. If this is only 2/3 of 8.2 and this is only about little under half of 8.2. And even if that were the case, they would be close to 20-ish million, but I don't imagine, that they could hit 25 at all. I wonder what their numbers are going to look like by the end of March for Q4 of this financial year, but it'll be interesting to see. Again, just the idea, the fact that the reasoning put behind it was that we're kind of moving into the second half of the generation. It genuinely, again, just does not feel like that, because recently when I bought Persona 3 Reload, I bought the physical PS4 version, because when I put the disc into my PS5, I get the PS5 version digitally. Same thing with Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. I have my physical copy literally sitting in front of me as I'm like talking into this microphone. And the same thing with, I actually saw Super Bomberman R2 physically as well. I bought that also for PS4 physical disc that's also sitting right in front of me, because that also has a PS5 digital upgrade if you put the disc into the console. So ultimately, at the end of the day, it does not feel like the PS5 has really taken off for me. I think as far as like actual discs for PS5 games I've got, we're probably I'm looking at DMC 5 Special Edition, Demon Souls. What else do we have here? The Neo Collection, Hogwarts Legacy, and stuff like that. Oh, and Ghostwire Tokyo. I got the special edition for that one. But yeah, like those are the kinds of games I'm looking at when I have like the physical PS5 copy. But most games are PS4 because I want to get that that PS5 upgrade while still keeping the PS4 version, so I can have like a physical disc in front of me, because if I buy the physical PS5 version, I won't get a PS4 version, even if an option is available digitally speaking. So it was worth just sort of keeping that in mind. But let me know what you guys think about the passage of time in relation to especially the whole thing about how the console generation has really been passing you by, because for me it's been passing by just way too bloody quickly, and I just have not noticed it until now. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comments below. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe to the channel. I'm aiming for 200 subs by the end of the year, and with all that said and done, I do upload every day, so I'll see you guys tomorrow.